Toastmaster. Sean Isaac.
Thank you very much. So in a few hours, I'm going to get in that van with the skeleton in the passenger seat. I'm going to go get a trailer full of camping equipment. And I want to take about 60 youth and their families into the woods camping. We're going to brave the wet ground, the mosquitoes, I hear there's a few, ticks, and all kinds of wildlife. Why? Because it's fun. Because there's an experience these kids are going to have they will never forget. See, every year, our pack, we go out camping up in Paisley, Camp Lenoche. It's a big scouting camp. It's all Halloween themed this month. So there's going to be haunted trails, there's a haunted house, the kids are going to walk around in costumes, and they'll trick or treat campsite to campsite. Done it 8 years. To say I'm an aficionado at this point, understatement. Now, that being said, yes, parents are going to struggle. You're not going to get the Starbucks in the morning, but we'll have coffee. Parents are going to have a good time. But the kids are going to have an experience they're not going to forget. That's why I do what I do. A couple months from now, we're going to go on another camping trip. This time, we're going to the zoo. We're going to camp at the zoo with the animals. Go on a night hike, see the bats, the gators, everything that's alive at night. The kids will not forget. And then a couple months after that, this is where I start getting giddy and spin around in circles. We're taking the kids to Kennedy Space Center, and we're going to camp out under the Space Shuttle Atlantis. Okay, that one's got me a little excited. These kids are going to get experiences that will stick with them for the rest of their lives. When I meet with new parents, I tell them, listen, your kid's not going to remember the gift they got for Christmas. They're not going to remember this. They're not going to remember some of the friends they grew up with. They're going to remember those unique experiences for the rest of their lives. I remember every time our family went out. Every trip we took, every vacation. Granted, ours was more like National Lampoon's family vacation. But I remember them. And that's the point. It's the experiences. But on top of that, it's the lessons. Like I said at the beginning, it's about being prepared. You know, that's the Cub Scout motto. That's the Scout motto. Always be prepared. We teach them all these lessons from the time they come in kindergarten, first grade, till they leave scouting. And then even after, when they become, hopefully, come back as volunteers and leaders, to be prepared, to be ready for the next thing. We've got a couple youngins, 7, 8 years old. They're going to start learning how to use a pocket knife safely. You know, there are some of you in this room I would not trust with this thing. Truth. But I've got young kids, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old I'd have no problem handing a knife to. But we teach them all about being safe with it. We teach them how to be respectful of what they have. We'll go out, we're going to teach them how to shoot BB guns. We'll shoot bows and arrows, slingshots, all about doing it safely, being respectful of what they have. Over the course of years, we teach them about what duty to country means. We have them get into those conversations. What does it mean to you? We have them discuss, what does duty to God mean? A lot of us got afraid of talking about that. But we get them to start discussing what that means to them. What does the duty to your parents mean? To your family? And we teach them about leadership. What does it mean to actually lead? From the time they're little, they're going to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. They get a little older, they lead the next lesson. They get a little older, they start planning their own campouts, their own food, and cooking for themselves. By the time they're 13 and 14. Again, some of you in this room I would not trust in a kitchen. But these are really cool things they learn. And the best story I can think of that exemplifies this to the best. I had a young scout, this goes back probably 5, 6 years ago, Hector. He came in to our den with my son, completely non-communicative. And he clung to Mom. like this the entire first year. Occasionally, he'd smile. By year 2, I would get a fist bump or a high five. Middle of year 3, Mom moved away. And we kept in contact. I said, stay involved. Now, 3 years after that, Mom sends me a video. He's standing up there on stage, and he's leading his entire troop. And I cannot tell you, I cried more there than when my own kid graduated. It's emotional. It shows how much of an impact programs like this have. But it's something that takes a village, too. I mean, I get to be the Cub Master, which really means I get to be the Vanna White. Okay, no. I get to be the face. I get to be the guy up there, getting the kids excited about the next thing we're doing, help plan it out, but then it's all the volunteers making it happen. It takes a whole village of people. It takes an entire community and committee of people to pay for things like this. And it takes a lot of equipment. Like, I've got to go out next week. You'll see there's a poster on the back table about a poker tournament. I've got this trailer, it has to get replaced. It's literally falling apart on its last legs. I've got to somehow come up with $10,000 to fix that so I can keep giving these programs to kids. You may not be a poker fan, but if you can help me find somebody. Help me find somebody that can show up next Saturday night in Longwood to play poker. A little bit of money is going to go a long way for us right now. It goes a long way for these kids. It does so much for what they become in the future. It has changed my son's life. My daughter's in it now, and I've watched her build relationships that she will not forget. It is an amazing thing. So if you can help me out, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Toastmasters. Have a great day.
The microphone.